Hello Internet. Today let's talk about my favorite running shoe. So I've been running pretty consistently now since January of 2020. When I first started out, I was running in like cheap $40, $50 running shoes, and then I decided to get a pair of like legit running shoes, and so I picked up a pair of these, which I absolutely love. So this is the ASICS Gel Cumulus 22. They come out with a new model every year, and this is last year's model. So this pair is extremely dirty because this is the pair that I'm currently running in, and I have about 200 miles or so on these. The shoe features a 3D printed upper, so there's no seams anywhere around it. It has ASICS flight foam, whatever that means. And then in the heel, like for extra cushion, you've got this little gel packet back here, which is in a lot of ASICS shoes. This particular model is the light show, and that just means it has some reflective accents for running at night. So there are a number of reasons why I really like this shoe. First and foremost, the fit. This is the best fitting shoe, running shoe or not, that I think I've ever purchased. And in particular, I really like the padding around the back of the heel. So it's really soft, but it conforms to the back of your foot. So when you're running, there's no heel slippage at all. It just fits perfectly. It's also super lightweight and flexible, and really airy too. You barely even notice that they're on. Now the flexibility is kind of also a downfall of this shoe, but I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. I also like that these are super durable. Like I said, I've got about 200 miles on this pair. I've had a previous pair that I put over 300 miles on, and they hold up really well. I also really like the design. Each year they release a new model and the design changes slightly, but for the most part it looks pretty similar. And I just think it looks really cool, especially this colorway for summertime running. It's really bright and colorful. And the nice thing about the shoe is it comes in dozens of different colors, so whatever your taste, you're bound to find a style that you like. And best of all is price. So this shoe retails at about $120, but since they release a new model every year, the previous year's model is usually always on sale on ASICS website, and so you could go and pick up a pair of these right now for around $90. Now, I quickly want to compare the Gel Cumulus to the Gel Nimbus, which is a step above the Cumulus. Now, this shoe, the main difference is that it's got this plastic piece here that runs from the heel all the way through the midsole, and it makes it a lot more rigid and a lot more stiff. It's also a little bit of a heavier shoe. Now, what that means is that this shoe, because it is more flexible, it's great for shorter runs, so like less than a 10K. I find that when I wear this shoe in longer runs that my feet get tired a lot more easily. But I think for a beginner runner, you're probably not running more than a 10K anyway, so this will be just fine. But once you start getting those longer distances, it might be worth thinking about stepping up to something like this, where it holds up a lot better on those longer runs. And although it's more rigid and stiff, it's still really, really soft. And this is also very soft. So I'd say the only downside that I see to this shoe is that on my longer runs, my feet tend to get a little more fatigued, but anything under 10K, it's absolutely perfect. So those are my thoughts on the ASICS Gel Cumulus. It's my favorite running shoe, and I'll probably just keep buying them over and over again, especially since they're so affordable and they're always available, and there's a lot of great colorways to choose from. So if you're just getting into running and you're looking for your first like serious running shoe, consider this. Give it a try. I think you'll be really impressed. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it and found it helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up. That'll help other people find it in the future. Anyway, thanks again, and I hope you have the best day ever.